Oh, that's fair. Alright, we're live now. So you know. Just then, so don't worry, nothing was said on stream that you didn't.
Fuck BT.
Probably do.
So it needs to be said because you know something else would happen.
I know something else will happen. They said they fixed it. So far, they've held up to their word.
Maybe just a new thing breaks.
Maybe. I need to get my dice tray. I need those. Oh yeah, I almost stepped on a D4 the other day.
Oh,
That
we
would
all
have
know
been
a
fatal.
D4 is more than a D4 in damage to a normal person.
I know. Like, I knocked my dice tray I put my dice tray on the floor when I'm painting my models. I put it to the left so it's not out of the way. And I knocked it, and I heard the sound of dice moving. I was like, oh, that's fine. And I looked down just as I'm about to step out and I'm only in my socks. And I look down and I see the crystal D4 just pointing up. I'm like,
oh, it's one of the crystal ones as well.
yeah.
How much damage did caltrops do in D&D?
4.
Yeah, they don't do enough.
Caltrops are just D4s, and it's a meta.
Exactly.
Thing is, it's a D4 for every 5 foot, which also makes sense, but it should be.
Oh, dear lord, yeah, because you're stepping on many. So maybe because you're stepping on many at the same time, it's less because it sort of spreads out the weight.
True. Yes.
Right,
So
1 moment, I'll be back.
that's fine. Just
I
as
need to
I'm
go get
about,
food.
just as I'm about to do the intro.
I'm so sorry, but
Fine.
food
Go-
just arrived.
Go get your food. It's fine. I'm not fussed. This is a chill session because we're without 2 people. They're both your tank, so
We're going to die.
it'll be fine. Could be worse.
Sorry, I had to say that because Harlan's not here.
I mean, it could be
Normally
worse.
not.
You could have fallen into the ravine.
Strip.
Be in literal hell. Although Elsyan probably have more fun there with the lawsuits.
It would literally be walking in, just like, okay, you can't do this because of one deal that I found about 3,000 years ago you made with, guess who? My mother. Which you can't hurt her or any of her bloodline. Hello.
That's not canon, but yeah.
I mean, in my mind it is.
Is that what the session's going to be? It's going to be in Elsyan's mind. Like, you took a short rest and Elsyan just went into, like, dream mode. This entire session is non-canon. No, that's too mean.
It's perfect. I love it. Suddenly you're now all fighting an ancient black dragon.
I don't have the tile for that.
I saw that coming.
I have an ancient blue. And white,
That'll do.
and green, and silver, and crystal, and stone. I have purple worm.
Okay, you've got stone before you've got black.
Yeah, because I
Well-
don't use the other chromatic. I haven't had a reason to use the other chromatic dragons as much yet.
Yeah, fair enough.
The stone one set the story because you met one really early on.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, and crystal came in because of how proficient it was. And silver I intended to use for Tuesday, but then the party kind of went evil, so I changed my mind, and so I put a green one in instead. And then white and
Yeah.
blue just fell into place later on.
Would have been more likely to kill it instead of talk to it or anything.
How many Spinosauruses would you like to fight? I'll roll a d.
5.
Or Infernal, you here?
I'm here, why?
How many Night Stalkers would you like to fight?
Wait,
Uh,
no, that's better. Invisible stalkers.
I mean, invisible stalkers are fun, but the tile's kind of bland.
Chris, just pick up a black tile.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
You don't know where they are.
Oh,
Although
Night
that
Stalkers.
happens.
Is that the big one?
Yeah, The one which has
preferably none.
the one that has one massive weakness.
Wait.
Yeah, Night Stalkers have one massive weakness. I'm a CR20 creature that can destroy armies and literally walk around and kill people just by being there. I am so powerful. Oh no, a level 14 wizard made me do a wisdom saving throw, which I have a -2 in, because I'm a big thing, CR20. Ugh, I'm under its control until he dies.
Oh, so that's how it works. Okay.
Right? They have one really big weakness, and this is one thing which is really interesting about undead. Most undead have a decent wisdom score once they get to the higher levels. Like they begin to resist. You get things like wights and ghouls have decent wisdom, so on. For later levels. Night Stalker, CR20 is just like, nah, I don't need wisdom.
What's wisdom for? What
he
is this
took,
wisdom?
He took Liam's advice.
Wisdom's a dump stat.
Wisdom is fucking not a dump stat. I'm calm. I'm calm. It's not like perception is one of the most used rolls or anything. I'm calm.
And wisdom's a major saving throw. It's also a major stat. It's used as a spellcasting modifier for 2 classes. Charisma saving throws are barely ever used. Persuasion checks in any D&D are useful, but they have flaws because any DM could just say, no, you're not making checks, I'm basing it off of your argument. Because,
Yeah, that's just...
yeah. I mean, Matt's very good at making a good argument, so I always say to him, alright, if you make a good argument, I'm not going to have you do a check. Because that's fair. Otherwise, if he rolls an at 1, his entire argument becomes moot, which is stupid. Anyway. Hello, everybody.
True, that's not like the other way. Anyway.
I am here with Sudz,
Hello.
Sam,
Hello!
Simon. I thought Simon had come back. Never mind. And Infernal.
Hello.
We haven't got a Jamie. It's his work due because it's nearly Christmas. So yeah, he's not here. And Harlan is just not about. I don't know where he is. I haven't heard from him since Tuesday. And yeah, that's about it. Haven't heard from him at all. So, usual announcements, things to know stuff for the artwork. Thank you to Tabletop Audio for the free audio you provide. Any combat maps like this one you can see in front of you that's mostly covered up was made in Dungeon Painter Studio, and less combat maps and more detailed maps like this one were made on incarnate.com. Go and check those things out respectively. Yeah. I think that is everything. So, shall we begin? I know Simon's not here, but he'll catch up.
Simon!
It's
Simon!
fine. I'll send Simon a message saying we've begun. No, do it. Wait, where's Simon on my contacts? There it is. We've begun. Smiley face. All right. That's not how you say it. Okay. If he is here, he's going to be laughing his head off because I just put we've begun. But you know.
Fucking weebs.
So, last session, our party of adventurers. Elsyan, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, Bern, Rook, and Feng spent 2 hours out of game, sitting outside after eating breakfast, trying to figure out what they're going to do to get across the bridge and get into the fortress via the main gate. So, they decided that they were going to fly over. After alerting the guards to their presence and proceeding to adventure and find out that there are a load of ravens above the fortress itself, and setting them off did in fact wake them up and cause a bit of a panic at the start, the party flew in overhead, taking a serious portion of damage and proceeding to fight their way through, killing off several skeletons, fighting zombies, and one large dwarvish stone statue. The party fought them off. Some serious damage and blows were made, and the party was whittled down, but they got through the task fairly easily. However, with this new event coming into play and now standing in the courtyard, they don't see any activity from the fortress. They must now decide what their next move is going to be. Okay, so take it away.
Okay, so where are we?
You're in the
I know we're in
courtyard.
In the courtyard, okay.
So, just a general description of where you are. You've got the wall around the outside, you've got the courtyard with the statue, which is busted now, and then there's the front of the fortress, which goes something like that.
Oh, what happened?
Your mic,
no.
by the way, Sam.
Oh, is my mic being fucky again?
Yeah, just a bit.
It'll clear up.
It's all
Any other
crackly.
noise?
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah. Maybe just unplug and plug it back in again. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah.
Not as bad as my mic though, to be fair.
No, it's not. When yours goes crazy, it's like
Okay. Food.
Ah. Oh, we got Simon.
You got Simon back.
God,
And Sam's
We
and
did
Sam's
right.
microphone's working. Excellent.
It's working fine. Excellent. I
So
can
yeah.
Elsyan again. But yes, so okay.
So yes, so
and where
you're-
are we? We here? Or...
You're yes, you are here just below the gate. Some of you are on the wall, but you have giant birds and stuff
Okay, then.
to bring the party down. I've deleted them for the sake of space because they're not going to be. If depending on where
Yeah.
you go, they're not going to be able to stick around much longer. So
Do we know of any other entrances to this place that isn't just this?
we know
front
they went
door?
this way on the kids.
And
Yeah. So,
wait, is that the path upwards that I spotted with my spider orb?
yes. So I'll just draw the basic path of how it generally goes,
Okay, so the path out and around.
and
Cool.
they go to either side of the fortress. The fortress, by the way, is partially embedded in the wall. The rocks above it and around it have collapsed with various just bits of it collapsing inwards and creating a few openings along like edges and stuff, which seem to just be rubble. You can see that the left tower, I believe it's the left. Check. Yep. You can see that the left tower, a large portion of it has collapsed, falling to one side, and the tower on the right seems to be mostly intact, bar a few kind of chips and bits broken off. You can see the front door straight ahead of you. The front wall that makes up the majority of this fortress is well tended. There are arrow slits and various windows all the way along the outside of this. There is currently no sign of life from what you can tell. You did make quite a bit of noise, so it's possible that if there was anybody inside, they've taken cover or done whatever. You aren't entirely sure. And the path to the right, from previous notes, because you know this, they brought back a few undead and crystals, and the ones that went left came back with silver medallions. That's what you know. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I
Helps
mean,
them
I'm
view
more
on it.
interested in what's going on over on the right side.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gem.
Right, then let's go investigate on the right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, yes, well done.
So going and
move on to the
investigating down the right-hand side. How are you travelling, and what is your marching order?
Okay, guys, just before anyone says stealth, I know that's the
I
smart
think
idea.
we've got to assume they know we're here. We did literally jump over the wall and
Okay, right.
murder all their guards.
Here's
Also,
another
I cast
thought.
Shatter, which is specifically like the most anti-stealth spell in the game.
Oh, you cast Shatter, did you? Okay, right, guys. We need to
I
walk
think
confidently.
I think we should stealth. It's not like they're
No, no.
here to shatter and
No,
the
no,
two
guys.
fireballs.
Guys. We need to walk as confidently as possible. If you walk like you belong, people will believe you do. Okay?
Act like we own this place.
Walk like we're this place's firstborn son. We can do this. Believe in yourselves. Believe you belong here, and no one will start any shit with us.
I'm sure the traps are gonna
Mhm.
bother asking us who we are.
That'll be fine. No, nothing will happen. Just do things confidently.
Traps are intimidated by confidence.
Exactly. What kind of traps do you talk about, Simon?
DM starts rolling for wisdom saving throws for traps to see if they go off.
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck it, yeah, that's a great idea. I love that.
It's an interesting idea, though. It's like a good failsafe. The trap doesn't go off unless its sentience says otherwise.
Oh dear lord.
That's an interesting idea. I'm going to use that in a later campaign.
We rue this day.
Mimic traps. Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
no.
I told you we will rue this day. I didn't expect it to be so instant, though.
Hold on, I'm putting it down on my post-it note along with my other evil idea.
You only have one more evil idea.
Okay, it's the one that I want to save for a future campaign.
I see.
Alright, anyway. So you're investigating the right, you said?
Mhm.
Okay. Travelling on the outside, are you keeping your marching order for the sake of ease?
That's it. Why not? I've no
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also still dragon, by the way. I'm not reverting back.
Oh, okay. Oh, you again? You were a stone dragon. Or no?
No.
Crystal.
Crystal.
And I'll put that.
Oh, pretty.
There you go. And we
It's all like stained glass
have...
window.
We also have Big Felipe in here instead of Little Felipe. How long does Big Felipe last again?
Sorry, what'd you say?
How long does Big
Wow.
Felipe last at the moment?
It's an hour, so
It is an hour. Okay.
he can stick around for a bit. He might find himself not being that useful once we get inside, but for now.
So, travelling around to the right. Travelling like you mean to own the place. You continue travelling. The ravens at the top of the ceiling above you from the natural stone here. You can see quite a few of them seem to continue circling, but quite a few of them seem to dive down and begin to peck and peel away at the zombies that are now decaying on the ground and in the mud. Where they're currently digging into their new feast, and the sound of tearing flesh is taking place. You continue on to the right. Following the path, you see along the way there are a few other what look to be minor skeletons and zombies. Catching them by surprise and meaning, as you mean to own the place, you take them out swiftly and effectively. I'll say that's where your wild shapes, or not wild shapes, your conjure animals have gone. To destroy some stuff for the sake of ease. As you as you continue on making your way around, you see that right at the edge of the fortress, as it curves back around, it goes into what looks to be an open cavernway. About a minute or so after you started walking that way, then seems to continue on into the mountain behind.
Should we investigate the actual building first?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, probably the building's the better place to be.
We don't know how long this time is gonna go for, so
Mm. I mean, if it's like an escape tunnel, then well, regardless, I think
it's
probably
still
the
worth
building's the
checking
best
out what's
bet.
inside.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're turning back around.
And we break through the wall. I mean, what?
If you want to
I can
try.
do that.
No.
I can do that.
Where's... I'm going to see if I'm going to get the party token real quick. You guys can place the party token where you want, where you roughly be at this time. You are currently at the back, nearing the back wall over here, which you can see, and the wall seems to curve around a bit more. Like that. By its general structure suggests that this was built afterwards.
Okay.
Not symmetrical building is gonna give me.
It's not symmetrical anyway, because this is broken.
I know. Still. Should we try and go through the wall?
I can do it, I think.
How do you intend to go through the wall?
Just break through.
Just break through the wall. That's
Yes.
your plan.
I
Fuck
mean,
it.
if they're inside prepared for us to go in through the front door, it's...
So you're suggesting that we blow a hole in this wall. We don't know whether it's load bearing or not, and the building might collapse on top of us.
Or on top of them.
Or on top of us.
Well,
I
if
mean,
you want to
if-
go through the front door, we can try
Okay.
do that as well.
I understand. Elsyan just steps back and just like, go for it. Stepping back and
Queglod?
waiting.
Remind me, how exactly do you intend on busting through the wall?
I'm gonna hit it.
Wait, you're just trying to hit the wall. With what? Oh, you're a dragon, right?
Dragon hands.
I forgot you're a dragon. Somehow, even though you're stood in front of me as a crystal dragon.
Alright, give it a go then.
Just back up, Queglod. This could end badly.
I run up and hit the wall.
Okay. You rush up to the wall and you begin clawing at it. Make a strength check.
Give me 1 sec. I need to pull up the stats for this thing real quick. Gotta remember what strength is. Okay.
+3 or +4, I think.
+4.
10.
Oh.
You move up to the wall. As you begin to claw at it with your claws, it does dig in and it does begin to carve away at the stone. But as you're carving away and carving through it, it's very thick stone. This is going to take a while. Do you have a burrow speed?
With this? No.
Okay. This is going to take quite a while. Could take...
Arachne does?
Yes, true, but Arachne works in dirt.
Oh.
Just
You said burrow speed.
true.
Alright, how about... Does my breath do anything to the wall?
That does what kind of damage?
Force damage.
Okay. Kind of inhaling and kind of stepping back. You breathe against the wall. The stone chips away. The force breaks portions of it apart. But after you're finished and you look back at it, a Dragon Warhamling's breath is not particularly strong. It doesn't seem to have done enough damage to break through by any means, and it will take probably just as long using this method.
Well, it was worth a shot. Thought that might do more.
Pretty thick walls. I forgot this was a dwarven fortress.
That explains why it hasn't fallen over yet. Should we find like a side door or something to go through?
I thought this was the side wall.
Side door, not wall.
A side door.
Yes, I'm looking for a door, not necessarily a blank wall here.
Yeah, I mean, I think trying to bust through the wall was a good idea, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Turns out dwarves make sturdy stuff.
Yeah,
When does
if
one
only,
back Sasha?
if only I turned into a stone dragon instead of a crystal dragon.
Don't worry about it, Malcolm. It'll be fine. When haven't we murdered everyone we wanted to murder?
Prince of Blood.
It's alright, we haven't lost too much time to this. I'd say we try and go back through the door.
Yeah,
Through the main door?
sure.
Excellent. Now remember what I said. Walk with confidence. Ah.
Head Elsie.
If there's anything I can fake, it's being confident.
Okay.
When Sam stops role playing an elf, and it just becomes me.
So, moving around from the wall as you move around, see the door ahead of you.
Close the door.
Closed, yeah. It was closed when you got in. So.
The
Yeah,
door's
how do
closed?
we open the door?
Yeah, the doors are closed.
Oh. The door doesn't look as sturdy as the wall, does it?
As far as you can tell. Roll me an insight check.
Does Sasha have a...
No, because the door's wood.
Oh, this is because
It's a dwarven fortress, Chris.
We'll see what Malcolm gets first.
Because this is V-shape,
Insight.
I can use my own intelligence.
Well, it's insight, so it would be. Actually, no, that's a fair point.
or
It would be
wisdom.
intelligence. It would be
Well,
intelligence to see what the door is.
Intelligent.
Yeah.
That would be a +4 instead of a +5.
Okay. So that is 11. I mean, it's a wooden door. It's made structurally, probably as a refit to the original metal door, which was probably put in place on the fortress. By the looks
So
of
I
it,
can break it.
you could probably break through it, yeah, but that's all you can really tell.
Maybe we can just push it open first.
Okay. Walks up and attempts to push it.
Okay. You bonk your head against it. Doesn't open.
This is complicated, but try pulling now.
For fuck's sake.
Digs claws into wooden door to pull it open.
Okay.
Why? This is
There are
Elsyan. This is
There
Elsyan
are
just
two
goes.
handles, yeah.
Why?
Okay, there are hit. Okay.
No. Keep
Better.
going.
Better. This is better.
No, it's not. But carry on. Who am I to stop you?
Okay. You dig your hat. You dig your claws. Your draconic form as you lean up against the door and you attempt to pull it open with your claws. You leave good groove marks, but ultimately your claws pull away from the door as it remains in place.
Now can I break it?
Go
It's
on.
locked, right?
Fuck it.
Do you want to check?
I mean, I thought he checked, but sure.
He's
Don't
a dragon.
check,
He
just go.
smashed. He tried to basically attack the door and headbutted it.
Okay.
Doesn't mean locked, it just means that it's got a good
I'll try
latch.
to do it with a human hand.
Okay. You reach over. You pull on it. Locked.
Go ahead.
Alright, I charge through it like a battering ram.
Make me an attack roll.
Oh, fuck's sake.
That's 17.
17. You ram and you headbutt the door. You hear the door begin to crack. It holds in place.
Again.
Okay. Ram it again. Charge it once more. Go ahead and give me another attack roll. Okay. This time as you hit it, you hit the lock area as you hear something on the other side break. And the door remains in place.
I nod at door. Since technically I can't act.
Alright. I'll try open it again.
Okay. You try open it. As you push it open, you can see what looks to be the remains of a large timber beam that was put across the door. As the door pushes open, it reveals the inside of a dwarven hallway. You can see.
Elsyan, go be confident.
You can see the stone cut hall. You can see the stone cut floor. Two curving staircases going up, one on the right, one on the left, and in between those is a central hallway leading up, end of which you can see a pile of rubble. On your left and your right, you can see 3 sets of doors on each. You can see one immediately to your left and right against these 2 walls. You can see 2 more slightly further down against what looks to be sloped, slightly angled walls. And then you can see 2 more further up next to the rubble.
Which way first?
Left or right, I don't see what difference it will make.
Which way do these go? Up or down?
Up. Both.
Both of them go up. Okay. Well, do they seem to come up to so this one curls round and up this way,
Yeah,
and this one curls
and that one
round
curls up and
that
goes
way?
that way. They both seem to
So
come
that's-
to some form of landing.
Do we want to maybe split up the 2 sides, then meet in the middle? Just to make sure? So it's either we all get hit by 1 trap, or we all get hit by 2 separate traps.
Uh,
I am not playing Elsyan today. I don't know who
what
this is.
teams are we meeting in?
It doesn't really matter. Fuck it. Me and you, Bern, go up the right. Queglod and Malcom, and we'll also take Sasha, I suppose.
Alright.
Very
Which
well then.
Rook, you go with those two. Malcolm's walk of comment. Oh, God says. Oh God,
Excellent.
love it.
Alright. So, me, Elsyan, and Sasha go
Sasha.
right. Everyone else goes left.
We
Okay.
can do this. What I'm
As
planning to
you-
do, Bern, is slowly make our group smaller, so it's just us two, and then eventually I kill you and get all your money.
So, walking
That's
into the
kinda late because
walking into the chamber, are you bringing Felipe with you? I wish to clarify this.
No, I'm gonna leave him in big form.
Gonna find Felipe kidnapped later. I know it's familiar, so that really doesn't matter. But
So you're
If
leaving
any- yeah,
him in
if
big form
anyone-
outside.
fuck it, leave
Oh,
us-
actually, which chamber did you mean? I was thinking maybe to leave him here.
You want him to barge inside and wait in here?
Can he squeeze through the door?
He can. He'd be a little bit pressed against the ceiling, as this is a dwarven fortress, but he can fit. He just won't be able to fly.
That's fine. Yeah, if anyone hostile comes along, his plan is to revert to normal and fly away.
Okay, so he's going to remain
Fly to
until
me.
further notice.
Yeah.
And your companions?
yes, my sword companion.
Do they
My
travel?
mental.
I guess Fang can come with us.
You know what? I am feeling a bit lonely here without a companion. Farnsworth is here. We have Farnsworth.
We're splitting up this way, weren't we?
I forgot Farnsworth, to be honest.
Oh, that way. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Okay. So then, as the two groups split up, both of you heading up the stairwells.
Wait, I thought we were going left and right.
Yeah, up the two stairs.
Yeah.
I
left
thought we
is-
were going. I thought we were going up the stairs for my idea. So I didn't realize there were doors going off either side. I thought this was.
Yeah, I thought we were doing this.
Oh, then no, we shouldn't split the party at all. That's a terrible plan.
No, if we're going up the stairs, then they should meet at the same place.
That's what I was thinking.
That was your idea, right?
Yeah, in case there was something at the top, that way we could do like a pincer movement up, or we weren't going to be blasted by one fireball down the stairs or something like that,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
quite frankly could happen. But splitting off either side, no, that's a terrible idea. That's just splitting the party and gonna get us killed and activating two encounters at once. And we don't want to do that now, do we, Infernal?
It's
Ah,
called
that's-
speed
I don't see
running,
anything
and it's a
wrong with that. I've
strategy.
never done such a
Whoops.
thing.
That would never have happened, ever. Right, Infernal.
Yeah, that thing has never happened before.
Yeah, the chair's down that way. I'm going to walk in the opposite direction to the chair I'm supposed to be taking these two. I'm not letting it go.
Worst part is he then walked into the next area and started the next
I
encounter.
I know.
And snuck into the boss room and started that encounter.
And almost died.
The entire map was active at once. All of it. And they all wanted us dead. I
Still
became
waiting, huh?
terrified of caves during that. That was my budget.
Remember that.
Uh,
Alright.
Alright, sure, we can
Sorry,
go
sorry.
upstairs.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll go up the stairs.
Okay, let's go.
Proceeding upstairs. I'm going to remove Felipe and put him back in a minute.
That's fine.
These are the groups you're moving in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As the two of you, or as the lot of you come to the top of the stairs, each of you coming in your, arriving in your own groups. you can see it seems to open up into another landing-like area and hallway. On this one, you can see the doors are in the exact same places. I'll say things on the lower floor at the moment, actually, just so we can fit. But the doors are in the exact same places. So, well, here, and here.
Now can we split up? Yes,
Splitting off into two groups either side? No. That's a terrible idea. That's just splitting the party and going to get us killed.
I mean, going in as one unit is also going to be...
I mean, we don't stand next to each other. What we do is we send these two big ones on first. And Malcom. I forget Malcolm's the dragon, somehow, still.
It lasts for an hour.
Malcom will also send in Sasha, Malcom, and Rook as like a spearhead. They go in and get killed, and we loot their corpses and run away. I mean, what?
500 point spearhead detachment. Welcome, Sasha.
Alright, I guess they can go in first and then tell us if
so
there's then we can
mean,
go
let's
in.
I mean, it's fine for them to go ahead and us to
We should follow
wait
them
back
up.
and back them up. It's just going to be a
I'm
problem if
relying
they
on
need help
someone
and we can't help because we're in our own fight.
Yeah, it's good. So if say someone's fighting over here and then we're fighting over here, it gets tricky trying to, help each other, which may be needed.
Alright, you guys can go in then, and we'll follow up if needed.
I would like to point out that in these in a perception check at any point in time while I'm in dragon form, I'm relying on smell.
Okay.
That's fine. You'll be fine.
So, at the moment, relying on smell, this place stinks of rot. It's a bit difficult to smell, but you will pick up subtleties if there are any.
Cool.
Okay, after you.
Okay, so
Who's doing what?
guess we'll go through this door first.
Okay then.
Okay, you
Well,
move
we'll
up
be
to the
following
door.
Malcolm and I'll move these two.
Move up to the wooden
You
door.
have those guys.
You can see written on the front of it is a bit of script written in common, which reads Theory Room. Theory class, sorry.
Guys, we could just upset just a theory class on Necromancer. I'm imagining an evil version of Professor McGonagall. Which I'm fairly certain it was just the Umbridge. No one gets Harry Potter. Never mind.
I do.
Yeah,
I mean, I got it.
I got it. I just
God, I just didn't find it funny. Fine, you could have just said that, and I would. You just wanted me to sit there and feel pain, didn't you?
Yeah.
Effectively,
That's entirely understandable. Probably gonna crash in half an hour. Just warning. Don't like all the sounds of tiles moving.
What? What tiles moving?
Yeah,
Ones I definitely
Huh?
prepared.
Alright, so go in.
Chat gets to make these things.
Don't look, chats.
I'm in.
Don't. These are the dark.
You look
arts.
confident like you're going into class. Like you're the teacher.
Ah!
You
Wait.
got my. You got my.
You look
walk-
like you're the principal.
Wait, Malcolm.
You got my
You
walk
are-
of confidence.
Malcolm, you are walking in like you are the dragon about to teach a necromancy class. If they ask you why aren't you like a black dragon or something, tell them to fuck off and then kill them.
I mean, I could be a black dragon.
I just don't have the tile. I'll allow you to be. Ashley.
Yes.
Actually, no, you wouldn't have seen a black dragon before.
Oh,
I wouldn't have.
You've read about
You
them,
sure
just
about it?
you haven't
Like-
seen one yet.
surely it's just that could just be a dragon that's black. Be a blue dragon, but a navy blue dragon, and then claim you're black.
Pretend
And they
you're
call them-
black.
And let's
I
face it,
have
no one's
seen
gonna go up to you and go, "Hey, you're not black,"
I
because that's a
have-
bit racist.
Chris, I
Bloody
have
hell.
actually seen the black dragon wiring the hatchling. I have seen a hatchling.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that's
you're
true.
not gonna go,
Because it played chess with Elsyan, didn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
and I got a begrudging respect with it, despite me being killed.
I still prefer the
All my
blue
skills
dragon
on the-
idea because that one's just funnier.
Okay, fine. Blue dragon.
Navy.
So you're
Navy blue
Oh
dragon.
god,
so you're going to use your second wild shape to turn into a navy blue dragon wormling.
Yeah,
I
apparently.
have a feeling there's not going to be
no,
anyone.
just. You don't have
I don't
to.
have
Malcolm.
stats for this.
You don't have to.
I have
Malcolm,
the,
yeah,
I have the
I'm
stats
making
for
very
this,
clear
don't
you
worry.
don't have to do this. It's my stupid idea.
That
it will
actually
never.
looks pretty good.
Alright, there you go. Navy. So
I like
you're
that.
untransforming and you're transforming into a navy blue dragon.
Yep, and then I'm going through the door.
A navy
I mean-
a navy blue fake black dragon. Got it. Alright, let me
Oh
find.
my
the-
god, this is weirder than
Uh,
Yu-Gi-Oh's
It's
dragons.
like red eyes,
you see
navy
the-
blue black dragon.
See, the thing is, what's making me look like a black dragon is,
The lighting. It's entirely the lighting.
no, it's Featherwing. Featherwing's just sitting on me.
So a black.
Casting.
A Wyrmling, a black dragon Wyrmling is CR2, a blue dragon Wyrmling is CR3.
Okay.
Which one would you prefer?
Blue dragon. So,
So this would
uh,
use your second wild shape and a third level spell if you want to be blue.
honestly,
Blue dragons also have a borrow speed as well.
I'll take the blue.
Alright, so it's a third level spell and your second wild shape.
Yep, I already took it off.
Cool. Right, I'll let you know your stats and stuff when we get there. I've got them open now.
Okay.
Alright, so
yeah.
you
that
go
means-
up to the door. How does one open?
One
Subtly.
unnecessary transformation.
Subtly, with
Late.
class, or smashing it to pieces.
First I attempt to nudge the door open, see
Okay.
if it's unlocked or not.
The door seems to be closed. Does not seem to be locked.
Okay. I push door as hard as possible.
Okay,
Mm,
push door. Roll me a strength check. You have a +3 with this.
+3. Alright, come on, Blue Dragon. You can do it.
Well, you push the door. You can hear the sound of the simple latch, or the mechanism that's in place for a handle. As it begins to buckle, the metal squeaks before you hear a ping and the door swings open. As you look inside, you can see what looks to be a small hallway leading towards a series of bookshelves. As it turns right into the opening of a theory room.
Alright, we're walking in with class.
Anybody following too?
These two probably should.
This should. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna make my way to the door, just to sort of peer in slightly.
Okay.
Just sort of peering in by the door frame, just making sure no one's trying to kill these guys instantly.
Okay. B and Orem. Also, is Arachne taking care of Fang downstairs, or is Fang coming upstairs?
Fang can come here and analyze.
Yeah, no, Arachne's gonna stay down here just because I don't think she can fit.
Oh, Arachne's staying down there. Fang's coming upstairs.
Yeah, I don't think Arachne can fit up here, can she?
She can. It's just not going to be possible to really go through the doors.
Yeah, might as well just have her stay down here. Get down!
So B and Orem.
They're staying out there.
So, as you move around the corner, getting a look into the room, you can see the room seems to be more open. You can see a series of desks. Each one has a pairing of chairs on each one, leading up to what seems to be a central blackboard on the back wall. You can see several of the tables have been turned over with chairs propping and forming miniature barricades in the middle. As you turn the corner, you can smell that there are several individuals in the room, but you currently can't see them. It's revealed to you.
I'm guessing they're in the barricade.
Barricades, by the way, I'll just quickly create this brain. There are 2 of them. One there,
Barricades.
made of chairs.
Oh,
Yeah. And the tables have been overturned to form walls.
okay. There's a very easy way to solve this.
Breath weapon.
Fireball.
Would you like to?
What is my breath weapon?
Lightning. It's a line, a 30-foot line.
And also try talk. I thought we were being confident.
Oh yeah, sorry. Confident walk in. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just saying sorry as you walk in and someone whispers behind you. It doesn't scream confidence.
Confident walk in, breath weapon to assert
Sorry,
dominance,
sorry.
and say sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be a
Done.
sarcastic sorry. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Gee.
So, what are you doing?
Good question. What am I supposed to do here? Am I
I don't
supposed
know.
to assert dominance over these peoples?
Yes!
Alright, we're gonna go assert dominance over these peoples.
I didn't have a good plan when I started this. By the way, this is all telepathic communication.
Okay, just between you two.
The others can see me just gesticulating. I didn't know. I didn't even think we'd get this far. I honestly expected you to get blasted by something.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Improvise.
Well, you in the next room. Alright, apparently I'm supposed to improvise. We're going up to this barricade.
Okay.
And we're gonna break it.
Okay. As you move up to the barricade, your feet and claws kind of slightly digging into the stone as you make your way forward towards it. Not rushing it, you move up to where the chairs are, and your smell picks up a slight stench as you look right and left, and you can see that there are 2 zombies lying in wait on either side here. I'd like you to roll me initiative. Please. And anybody
Okay.
else who would like to get involved in this combat?
No, stay away.
What's it-
This is mine.
Okay, then fine.
I won't beat up. I won't beat up these zombies. Oh,
Alright.
believe that.
Guys, just stay out of this. Apparently, he wants to
Is it-
quote beat up these zombies.
I
Now,
wanna
this does
beat-
tell me, where I am, I can't see them. He is fighting zombies right now. This may end badly.
If he gets
you,
By the
can
way,
you tell
what's
him
my
if he sees a teacher to try and talk to them?
Okay, what'd you get for your initiative?
It's 16. But what's my HP?
Your HP is 52.
Oh, that's lower. But okay. AC
17 naturally, so that will be increased by your wisdom, so that's 5, so it goes up to 22.
17, 22. Okay.
Alright then. Time to roll initiative for the zombies. Okay. What'd you get, sorry, for your initiative?
16.
16.
14
You
plus
have no
2.
modifier, so
Wait. Oh, it's the dragon's
Dex. Yeah.
initiative? Oh, okay, so it's just 14.
That's... Oh, just 14. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was with mine, so I thought it was 16.
No. Okay.
Alright.
So, let's start off the initiative. Rest of you are staying out of this for now. As you are prepared, I will say at any point you can roll for initiative, but if you roll higher than the initiative, you will skip your turn.
Yeah, makes sense.
So you have to wait till you come around to your next turn.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what the others roll. Okay. Good. 8 and okay. Alright. So, starting off with the Yatosh, yes. At the top of the initiative order. As you're waiting there in presence, the others are all waiting around the corner. The rest of you hear Elsyan say to let Malcom take care of this on his own. Before you...
shrug.
Yeah. From around the corner, a beam is from over the top of one of the barricades. One of the students seems to bob up from atop it and shoots a green beam at you. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
What's the constitution of this thing?
+2. And it has proficiency, so it gains your proficiency, so that should be a +6. As the beam hits you, you feel nothing. Stand there and you take it. You're a proud dragon and you were meant to be here.
What monsters have I created?
At this point, further back in the room, up behind one of the other barricades, as that is said, one of them seems to clasp their hands together, and as they scatter their hand up into the air, you watch as 3 arcane missiles fired at you.
Oh.
Take
Magic missile.
9 points of force damage. Is force damage for that, isn't it?
Magic missile?
Magic missile, yeah.
Yeah. You take 9 points of force damage.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they really are like tiny baby students.
Drops you down to 43.
I feel bad.
For now.
Don't.
Wait till we have to fight the professor.
Somewhere, he's in there somewhere. Alright. So, end of Student 1's turn. Zombies 3 and let's see. One on this side, one on this side. Zombies 3 and Student 2 are going to go at the same time. Where are my 2 students? 2 students from 2 are here by the zombie. Oh no. Students 2, make me another Constitution saving throw, please. As another one's going to fire a green beam at you. Total? +6.
16.
16, okay, you beat the DC. As the green beam hits you, you are a proud dragon. You were meant to be here. As these zombies are going to use all of their movement, well, actually no, it'll be half their movement to leap over the barricade, and this one's going to do so again, as these 2 are going to attempt to grapple you. Go ahead and roll me 2 athletics checks. Not have proficiency, so these are just going to be strength checks for you, which is with a +3.
You said 2 of them?
Yes, so the first one you succeed and you beat. Second one, it beats you. As the 2 of them are going, one of them jumps onto you, begins to grab your wings and like wraps itself around you. You are now grappled in place. The other student at this time, the one further to the back, is going to clasp their hands together and scatter their hand again, firing another 3 magic missiles at you.
I swear I don't like that one. I can't stop it.
You take the minimum amount of damage, and you take 6 points of force damage from the 3 arcane missiles as each of them digs into you, again making small indents for it striking against your form. Alright, it's your turn.
We
Alright,
believe in you, Malcolm.
finally. What does this thing have? What does it do?
What your...
Yes, the dragon.
Blue Dragon Wyrmling has a bite attack with a +5 to hit, which does 1d10 +3 piercing damage and 1d6 lightning damage. Or it can breath weapon lightning to create a 30-foot line, 5 foot wide. Each creature in that line must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, taking 4d10 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success. Other than that, you have a +2 to stealth, you're immune to lightning, and that's it.
Alright, I'm gonna ask Elsyan. Am I allowed to kill?
Okay, guys, he's allowed to kill, right? No, fuck it. Why do I'm asking for? Yeah, sends him a message. Yes, yes, you're allowed to kill. Just fucking go for it.
Ask him to knock out the professor if possible.
Knock out the professor if possible.
Okay. You will receive the knockout the professor if possible on your next turn because
It
of
was
the
like,
length of the conversation. But yeah, you
Yeah,
hear
that's-
you are allowed to kill.
okay,
Oh, no.
breath weapon. Here.
Oh no.
I don't like that one.
Okay.
That
Breath
one needs to
weapon.
die.
Breath weapon from the two of them. They get to make dexterity saving throws. They have 3/4 cover, which is a +5 to their save. All right.
Perfectly fine. I
So
get to get rid of Bearcat at the same
that is a
time.
success and a success. So both of
Still
them.
take half damage.
Both of them succeed. Go ahead and roll me the 4d10.
40-10.
Okay,
14,
14
7.
halved to 7 lightning damage. That's 7 to you. When the DMS say oof to 7 damage. You know you're in a tough encounter.
Early CR creatures.
You know, I wish I didn't switch to this blue dragon now.
I told you it was
I'm gonna
unnecessary.
bite you, Elsyan.
Oh, whoa! It was an idea. I specifically said you didn't have to if you didn't want to.
Yeah, well, for some reason, Malcolm respects Elsyan a little bit.
Why?
That's
So-
Elsian doesn't really
Okay.
respect
So-
Elsian.
So,
that's your own mistake.
Elsyan now.
Did me calling you Daddy Malcolm actually work?
No,
Or is it the fact that I've stopped calling you Daddy Malcolm?
it was the fact that you did damage.
Oh.
Alright,
Oh. I
Well-
forgot about that. I always do damage.
that's the end of your turn.
May I attempt to join, please?
I so wish.
Or wait,
that-
we don't know that he's in trouble now.
Well, you do. Elsyan said he's in combat, but he said, don't worry about it, he'll take care of it. And then he turned around and asked, is he allowed to kill? So, you're pretty sure he's okay in there.
You know, I've sort of got the sense that I'm like
And the
like
two
a
people
spy.
who would otherwise join them in
I've-
combat are currently not here, so they're gonna watch.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like a spy's handler here, just going towards like the operator of the operation, just like, hey, does he have like the kill order? Can he do that, or
Okay.
or is there a no killing of people? Oh, he can. Wonderful. Yeah, kill people.
Okay. End
Okay.
of your turn. I'm gonna bring in zombies 1 and zombies 2.
Yeah, I figured there would be more.
Right. Zombies 1 is going to strike you from over top. Actually, no, that's too far back because it's a pile of chairs. This one's going to dodge. It's going to stay stationary, as is this one. This one, on the other hand, is going to move around. So, it's going to make 2 attacks against you. First attack, natural 1. Second attack, hits. No, doesn't, because you have high AC. Never mind.
Aha!
Yeah,
I
that was a
knew this
total,
monk thing was a good idea.
total of... I was the one who suggested it. You had no idea about it. So- Okay, so that was a 19 to hit. This one, which is going to make its attacks, it's going to make them with advantage because of flanking. 2 attacks. First one, missed. Second one, hits on a 24. Few rolls they can get to actually hit you. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage. As it grabs onto the side of you and just whacks its arm into the side, you feel the pain and it begins to bleed, but it doesn't seem to be too bad.
Oh, I almost put too much HP. I almost put 3,728 HP.
Okay. Students 3 going at the same time as Zombies 1. So, Students 3, come on you guys. 2 of you. I'm going to say play. And the teacher's going to be there in a minute as well. He's hiding behind his own desk.
Oh, what a jerk! Hiding all the way back there.
why is he that big?
Why is? Why?
What's happening?
What do you mean?
Wait, that's a student.
They're students, yeah. This is the necromancer up here. The
That is
Oh,
true.
Wait, what? It's
Oh,
a big...
it's not actually that big.
Wait,
Chris,
is
look
some-
in Dawn Seekers.
what did you?
Oh. Why is that student massive?
Why
I'm
is that
confused.
student massive? Better?
There we go.
There we go, yeah.
She
No.
casted large on herself. Why? Who knows? Alright, so
I am very confused.
let's try this again. I'm going to make me a charisma or a constitution saving throw, please, Malcolm. I'm going to attempt to fire that green beam at you once more.
They need to stop with this green beam.
Look, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, then it kind of sucks. Just need to roll bad. That'll do.
I rolled bad.
Alright,
There. What does it do?
alright,
Does it
you are
kill me?
hit. You are hit with a ray of enfeeblement. All of your strength-based
course.
attacks will do half damage.
That's perfectly fine because I'm not going to be in dragon form here for very much longer.
Look, they don't know that. As far as they're concerned, you're a dragon. And the other one's going to fire off 3
With a confidence.
magic missiles again. Let's see. Ooh. Some damage. 8 points of force damage. Hit by more magic missiles.
Oh my!
I will respect this spell because it is so useful.
I hate
Normally-
that so much.
First level, it's done a lot of damage.
Yes, it can just straight up hit me. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's wonderful. No save, no nothing.
Yeah, that's why I made it into a... Actually, I kind of love it just because I made it into a better spell for it.
Alright. The teacher, at this point, looking over the top, looks over and sees the students that are currently dealing with this and firing off magic missiles. He looks over the top, looks back down, sees the blue dragon, and is going to proceed to cast. Yeah, that seems. Yeah, let's do that. You watch as he clasps his hands together, and he breathes out this ever so slight yellowish gas, which begins to slightly float and linger in your area.
I'm
Sphere.
confused.
Let's do that spell. There we go. And I will.
What's that do?
Right. Okay. That ends his turn. End of his turn. It is the beginning of Student 1's turn. Both of them, seeing the Ray of Enfeeblement hit, are going to Magic Missile. So,
Oh, so this is like a test of trying to get this Ray of Enfeeblement to work, huh?
and, yeah. Take 18 points of force damage from the two of them as they fire more bolts into you.
Alright, well, that's that. I've got 2 HP.
Got 2 HP.
Thanks, dragon.
Cool.
Yeah,
Zombies 3
I'm-
are going to make their attacks. So zombie
I
3
need to
make.
check the wording of this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your beast form going down would activate Gift of the Protectors.
Would it? What? So he gets back up on 1 HP if he goes down from.
Yeah.
Well, this is a natural
Can-
20 hit.
Can I refuse it?
I will
There-
say, for the
Um,
sake of it not being a dick move, I'll allow you to refuse it.
Okay.
I would like to refuse it.
For the sake of this, I will say if you do not want to take it, you do not have to, because I know that can ruin some builds. With, like, Brave Clerics wanting to max heal, things like that. So,
Yeah, it's fair.
I will say you can refuse it in this case.
I do.
From that crit,
The dog is in agreement.
I mean, it doesn't matter how much damage they do because the rest of it doesn't come back to me.
for Wild Shape it does. The remaining damage carries over.
No, polymorph it does. B shape it doesn't.
Wild Shape, I'm fairly sure it does. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it does, because there are several times that people have used it and died as a result. Most famous one being Keyleth jumping off a cliff, turning into a goldfish, taking 300 points of damage, and dying instantly.
Oh god.
Yeah, she
Okay.
cliff dived a 1,000-foot drop and turned to a goldfish because they were going to be hitting water and it didn't work.
So this was Critical Role, right? Yes, I've heard the story. Oh god. I mean, we're not that stupid, are we, Chris?
However, if you revert as a result of dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to the normal form. For example, if you take 10 damage in the animal form and you only have 1 hit point left, you revert and take 9 damage. As long as the excess damage doesn't reduce your normal form to 0 hit points, you aren't knocked unconscious. Do you still wish to refuse the effect? Because it will drop you to 1. If you choose to
I
take the
mean,
effect or...
it'll drop my B-shaped one, not me.
And then you'll take the excess damage.
That's fine.
Okay. You revert back to Malcom, and you take 5 points of damage, as that was a 7 damage crit. Gotta love zombies. I'll add this to the list down here.
I take 5.
Yep, you take 5 points of damage back to your regular form as that zombie hits you for the first time this turn. The other one is going to take its swing. Oh no, that's second attack, sorry. That is a 19 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes it does.
Okay. The other zombie makes its attacks without advantage. That is a hit and a miss. So, taking... From these 2 hits, as both of them slam into you from either side, you take a total of 17 points of bludgeoning damage as the 2 of them, one whacking into your rib cage with a heavy blow as you revert back to your form unexpectedly, the other one swinging down and hitting you. At this point, you hear some of the students mutter, and a few of them begin to stand up, a little peek over from their barricades as they realise you aren't a dragon. You are in fact a
How
tiefling.
much was it? 17?
17. Yeah.
Hey Malcolm, how you doing, bud?
It would be at this time. Students 2 are going to go, and then it will be your turn. On your turn, you will hear, "Capture the teacher alive if you can."
No problem, I got this.
All right,
Guys, he's sounding confident.
Students.
It hasn't been my turn yet. I didn't hear it.
Students 2, seeing you revert back to your original form, and realizing that you aren't as dangerous as they might otherwise seem, one of them is going to cast a spell on you with the hopes that this will work. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. That is 14.
14. Fail the DC of 15 as you are paralyzed by hold.
Oh my goodness! Why do I roll so badly?
Concentrating. And you were the one.
And what does it do? Just
Old person.
I'm not allowed to do anything.
You're paralyzed. All hits against you have advantage. All hits against you are auto criticals, or if they're melee attacks, I think maybe all of them. I don't know. You automatically fail dex saves. You automatically fail strength saves, and you get to save at the end of each of your turns. The other one
means I can't do anything.
The other one is going to fire is going to fire 3 scorching rays at you, which will be half damage because you are a tiefling. Somebody to see if paralysis is all attacks.
Okay, I think we're reaching the point where we need to step in now, right?
Yeah, but we don't know we need to
Attack
step in.
rolls against the creature have advantage.
Attack rolls against have advantage, but it is not an auto critical because it's only attacked within 5 feet.
5 feet, yeah.
So these are just made with advantage. Okay, that hits with a 25 to hit, 26 or 24 to hit, and a 20 to hit. So that's 66. 8 fire damage reduced to half is 4, so you take 4 points of damage, followed by 6 halved to 3, so 3 making that 7 damage, and 7 halved to 3 making that 10 total damage you take from those 3 hits.
10 total from those 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As each of the rays strikes into you, the flame flickers across this. The rest of you are hearing this combat inside. You heard the dragon roars and grunts change to the sound of Malcom before there's no sound. You just hear the sound of mild explosions and zombies striking at something. I will say, for the sake of this, Sasha at this point will notice that Malcom is Malcom and in big trouble and will shout back at the rest of you if you all wish to roll initiative on Malcolm's turn, which is now.
Hey, he said he's got this.
If you
I
don't
did
wanna roll,
not
go
say
ahead.
that. It was not my turn.
Bern, total?
Initiative 18.
18, okay. So you are ahead of the initiative, which means that you do not get your turn till next turn.
Okay, fuck it. This guy. Fine.
Okay, that's initiative 8 on me.
Initiative 8.
Initiative 28, no, 27, I believe.
27,
I
you're
rolled.
definitely not getting your turn till next
Really?
round. Yeah, believe it or not.
Chris, I want you to imagine Nick face, you don't say.
Alright, I'm going to roll for Sasha and I'm going to roll for Rook. So
The
Rook,
times we live in when I can describe a meme.
Rook gets +2, so that is an 18 to his. Which means he will not be joining.
Same as mine.
He will not be joining until the following turn as well. And then Sasha rolls with a -1, 17. One time you guys roll really well and it screws you up. Alright. So, Malcom, it's your turn. Make me a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. See if you can end the effect of the hold person. DC 15, so you need a 6 or higher. Nope.
I roll a 5 twice in a row.
You-
Well, I'm probably gonna go down, guys, because
It's fine, you got the death ward. You are currently paralyzed.
yes, I miss it by 1 twice in a row.
End of your turn. Zombie 1 is going to make 2 attacks against you. Has advantage.
Auto crit.
And will auto crit if it hits you. First one hits with a 24 to hit. Second
Nice.
one misses with an 11.
Lucky.
The first one with its crit does 10 points of bludgeoning damage. As it slams into the side of you with its arm again, this one digging deeper and leaving quite a bit of a gash on your back. You can feel the slight necrotic nature of these creatures as it slashes through you. Dark necromancy digging in. As students 3, this one being the one who's concentrating on the brave enfeeblement, seeing as that is going on. Hearing the shout from Sasha in the back room. At this point, push things up a bit. Let's see. Let's just have you use a cantrip. Yeah, it's going to use Toll the Dead on you. So roll me a Constitution, no, Wisdom saving throw for Toll the Dead. Let's get that mixed up. As you are injured, this will be D12s damage. Fail the Wisdom saving throw. You succeed. No damage is dealt. Okay. That's the first one. The second one has different spells because I decided to do that. Use Chill Touch, which I believe is an attack roll. Let's see. Spells loaded faster.
Chill Touch is an attack.
On hit, range attack roll, so has advantage but does not critically hit automatically. Well, it doesn't matter, that's a natural 20. So that is doing 4d8 necrotic damage. That is... Take 24 points of necrotic damage. And the hand clings to you. Okay.
You rolled pretty high for that 24.
I did. I rolled an 8, a 7, and then a 6 and a 3. It was critical hit, so double damage. Yeah, they aren't low-level spellcasters. Alright, end of Student 3's turn. It is now the teacher's turn, seeing as what's going on. He's currently concentrating on that spell. What do I want him to do? Want to use very powerful spells right now. I do instead. Let's make things more interesting. Nope. Nah. He is going to cast an action as you see multiple forms of him begin to appear side by side near him. As you recognize, this is a major or a mirror image spell. And then he is going to end his turn there. Alright. End of their turn. Queglod, you're the one who entered the initiative.
Right. Okay, how thick is this cloud?
It's a mild. It's denser up to about neck height for most people. So for you, it's kind of like a thick fog, but you can still vaguely see through it and see the creatures. It seems to be lightly floating around the area, but it seems to be centralized to this area.
Alright. So, if I walk in here...
Yep.
Can I see that this is Malcom?
Yes, you can see that that's Malcom, and you can see that he's
Okay.
surrounded.
Okay. I'm going to start off by using my action to cast...
Remember, you didn't take a short rest.
Nope, that's fine. So I've got 2 spell slots left. I'm going to cast Silver Wind.
Oh, right.
So a 100-foot line. It's 10 feet wide, so all the way up this column.
That's a spell.
boy.
That's a spell I forgot you had because you've. This is the perfect use for it. What save is that?
That is a dexterity save.
Okay,
Versus
so
4d10 damage.
So these lot have 3/4 cover. This guy doesn't. Okay, what's DC?
DC should be... DC is 17.
17. All right, that one. That's cocked. That would have been a 19. Nope, fails. That's 4. Next one behind him has 3/4 cover. That is a fail still. One behind him, 3/4 cover, fails. Student behind him, 3/4 cover, succeeds. Student behind that one, 3/4 cover, fails. Just with 16, and that one succeeds. So, student red, and also blue. Student blue and student green succeed their saving throws. They take half damage, correct?
Yes.
That's good damage. That's 30. Oof. You are accounting for the fact that you're higher level casting it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a 3rd level spell. It wasn't going to be.
Okay, well...
At least I think so.
Okay, red is not looking good. Red is on death's door.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, it's very close. And then green and blue, who are also undamaged, take 15 points of damage. That's Constitution saving throw for green. That's a failure. Green is concentrating on rare enfeeblement. No. Red is concentrating on rare enfeeblement. Old person is gone.
Okay.
Okay. By the way, the 10-foot line was this side, correct? So you didn't hit Malcom?
Didn't hit Malcom, no.
Okay.
That's why I asked.
Yep. And these 4 have to make Constitution saving throw or die. Dead. Next. Dead. Next. Pop, pop.
Okay, I'm not good for the students. Okay.
Okay. That's the end of your turn?
That's slashing damage in case that makes it. Oh, I used the final 5 feet in my movement to back up a bit as well.
Alright, end of your turn. It is zombies 2. This zombie seeing an opening. It's going to go 5, 10, 20. Climb over the barricade. It's going to make its strike. You're no longer paralyzed, so does not get the auto crit. Still has advantage from flanking though. That is a 21 to hit. Or no, 20 to hit. What's your AC again? It's
17.
17. And the other one hits as well. Take 15 points of bludgeoning damage from these 2 hits. You down?
No.
Cool. Takes the 2 swings against you, hitting you from either side, batting into your front right shoulder at this time as you're currently standing there taking these hits. The paralysis wears off, and as you attempt to dodge out of the way, punches you across the just below the collarbone into the upper shoulder. End of their turn. Elsyan, 27.
Okay.
Up the initiative.
Finally! Right then, I am going to... I can move... Okay. No.
You can move through
Mummy,
allies.
what is this stuff again?
It is a thick yellow cloud. You don't know what it does yet.
Oh, I presume I can't see through it, can I?
You can vaguely see through it. You can tell forms from each other. It doesn't obscure line of sight. It just seems to be something.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to hear, Chris, because, guess what, my boy?
What?
I said guess, but fine.
Let me guess. Psychic assault.
No! Yes. No, actually, Intellect Fortress! No. Dear God, no. Yeah, I want some of these things dead.
Where are you going to put it?
Well, just... Mummy, it's 5 feet radius, correct?
20-foot radius, I'll have you know,
20
for
foot.
your psychic assault for 7
Oh,
side
20 foot
points.
radius, no. 5 square radius is what I meant. Which is yes. Just give me that. In fact, I'm thinking... If I do that there, Malcolm's going to have to make a check, isn't it?
Yeah.
God, Malcolm, can I go there and capture everyone?
Where do you want it again?
I want it
There.
there.
Why is it...
Yes.
Oh, I see. It's interacting with terrain.
Yeah.
That's...
But yeah, effectively, what it looks like to me is I should be able to... Yes. Okay, that's where I want it.
Okay, so that'll hit all of them.
All of them. So I need to actually say how many side points I'm using, don't I? That would help. Oh, no. It needs to at least be 6. Yeah, it's just a 6-point psychic assault.
Okay, 6-point psychic assault. As you reach forward and you pew that into the center of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You watch as the teacher looks over, snaps his fingers as your psionic power dissipates as he counterspells you.
Elsyan just puts up 2 middle fingers and yells, "Fuck you! Fuck you very much, sir!" I was gonna stride out and be amazing, but no. Also, how much, slightly unrelated, how much side points did you use last session?
It should be in your disciplines. It shouldn't have been updated, so it should have just...
Okay, so what I've got here, the 43 is what you used last.
Yes, yeah. I believe I used 2 6s and a 7, or 2 7s and a 6.
Fair enough. I just wanted to make sure. I thought I might have accident.
No, it's fine.
Wow, you used a lot of side points.
Yeah, you killed like 15, 20 things though, so...
Yeah, fair. Entirely fair.
Okay. So, that's the end of your turn, unless you wish to move any further, or have a bonus action. Or is it, bonus action, putting up middle fingers, walking away.
Actually, no. In fact, even better. Instead of 2 middle fingers, Elsyan just sort of turns around, faces in this direction towards the door, sticks up 1 finger, just steps here, just out of view of the professor. It's like, no, fuck you, sir. Thinking about it,
Okay.
at a magic school, it makes sense they'd have counterspell.
Yeah.
They probably also have dispel magic as well.
Well, you might find out. Who knows? Alright, so, Student 1's turn.
I tried.
Initiative 19.
Question.
Yeah?
Can I see what a 15-foot cone looks like?
Yeah, sure. That's it diagonally,
Okay.
and that is it in a straight line.
Okay.
It's state 1 or 2 on. Alright. So, putting my train back. Students 1. You know that there are enemies nearby. They are not the higher class. Spells yet. Yeah, let's make things difficult. Blue is going to... The student is going to begin concentrating on a spell. A 10-foot radius sphere. Here should do. As she brings her hand up and clasps it down and kind of brings them together in a orb shape. You see the small bead of darkness rise and disappear into the air. Queglod, nothing changes. The rest of you, this is magical darkness.
Motherfucker.
Okey-dokey.
Notice this will affect my ability to see, but I hope Professor saw my middle finger. That has been done for this fight.
And
Fuck you, sir.
Blue, seeing as there's too many of their spell slots, seeing as there are more people and bigger spells, I'm going to use Chill Touch on you again, Sudz. Why not? Now, you do have half cover because you are standing up behind the barricade. Behind the chair barricade, I should say. So this is +2 to your AC. That doesn't hit. As the hand attempts to reach out and grab you, you kind of see it, and Lord of the Rings, Gimli, you begin to just... and it just disappears. Alright. End of Student 1's turn. Bern. You see magical darkness up ahead. Half your party's disappeared.
Damn it. Why do you have to say he doesn't need help? I was here.
I didn't get a chance.
That's fair. He got one round of combat and then he ended up getting screwed.
I got one round of combat and then I got paralyzed and wasn't allowed to telepathically communicate.
Sasha called them in on your turn, so it made no difference. Yeah.
1 second. Why do you have to do this to me, Chris?
Chris
Every
has
time.
done none of this to us. This is all on our own.
I mean, they've cast first and second level spells with one guy casting higher spells. I don't know what you expect from
This right here. This is the greatest enemy of all mankind.
magical darkness. I know.
And I can't even
my
counter spell
reward
because
for
I can
being
see
a
him.
ruthless DM. It's my sister brought me popcorn. Fresh popcorn. Ooh.
Can't even see Elsyan, can I?
Nope.
I'll give Rook some temporary hit points. Sure.
Okay. Wait, where's Rook?
Go.
Oh,
Rook is on the same turn as me.
Same turn as you. Okay. He gets what? 3d4 temporary hit points?
3d4 plus con, yeah.
You rolling that, or am I?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Gains
Plus
plus con, which is
4.
max to.
4.
But I believe his con is only a +3 at this point. Yeah. So that is a how many?
8.
Right, I need to get character sheets up. Amy and Harlan. Oh, I know he upped his con, so he goes up to 9. 9 temporary hit. Alright. So, beginning of Rook's turn. He can't see squat. What would Rook do?
He'd run in,
Well,
hoping to get
That's
some.
absolutely correct, yes.
He would run in and hope he gets somewhere.
okay. You watch as he disappears through the darkness. Just shouting, raising his axe as he moves around the corner. He disappears into the clouds. You hear him mildly coughing. as he's going to take swings at the zombies who have half cover because of the obscurity of the cloud. So the first one he's going to kill is on the left. Oh yeah, by the way, Malcolm, you're no longer grappled because the one that was grappling you died to self-win.
Okay.
Just thought I'd point that out now, I remember. Alright, first attack on the one on the left. He knows. Would he use Great Weapon Master hit? Yes or no?
Of course you would. It's a fucking zombie.
Alright. Plus 10 to hit, minus 4 makes that plus 6. That hits. And the second attack misses. Alright, so first attack, 1d12 damage. 9 plus 6, 8, which is 14. That does 23 points of damage. I've got to roll for con. If this fella's alive still. Nope. So, blue goes down. Makes the second swing, misses. Swing after that. String again. Plus 6 to hit, that still hits. Doing plus 14 damage, that's 21. It's just enough, yep, so now I have to roll the con save. It succeeds. So the damage doesn't kill it. And the final attack with his axe, which he's not going to Great Weapon Master because it doesn't matter. 12, 4, 5 damage. Does it succeed its save? No. So, that one's dead, and Rook has ended his turn next to where Malcom is. That is his movement action and bonus action spent. Sasha's turn. What would Sasha do?
Run in.
Probably overanalyze everything, then just hit something. So just hit something.
Run in, probably.
No.
Sorry, that was far bitchier than I meant it to sound.
That's fair. Alright. His one and only attack. Go. Hits. Zombie. Means it does a whole lot more damage because it's undead. Probably dead. Actually, yeah, this is doing... Actually, yeah, that's a point. It's doing radiant damage because of the mace. Wait a minute.
What?
It's doing radiant damage because of the mace.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Max
Are
radiant
zombies-
damage.
Radiant damage gets reflected.
Yep.
Well, poor Sasha just got
So-
smacked in the face by her own mace.
Now, because I didn't specify which ones are which, I am going to... What I'm going to do is I'm going to line them up like this. Very convoluted.
Oh, what? Taking my die.
The highest ones will be his radiant damage. So these two are his radiant damage, this was his weapon damage. Alright, so he did 6 plus 4. So that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage, followed by 4 points of radiant damage, reflected back at Sasha. Sasha is now at 89 hit points. And does 10 points of damage to green zombie, the only one left. Alright, this thing's easy. So. Alright, end of Sasha's turn. It is now Zombie 3's turn. They're all dead. Student 2's turn. Seeing that the small group has now appeared in front of them. Have they got any AoE spells? Doesn't.
They've got fireball, I assume.
They don't have Fireball. They haven't been trained that high in magic yet.
How'd they use the 3rd level spell?
Doesn't mean they have the spells. They can use 3rd level spells, but they can't necessarily use 3rd level spells. 3rd level magic, but not 3rd level. So.
I mean, these guys were throwing out like magic missile at first level, so clearly they're not
skilled.
top tier.
No, they're not.
I mean,
You know what they do
That's-
have,
that's-
though? Oh, I forgot they had that.
By the way, I would watch an anime of this school.
Alright.
Make it like
So this will be Malcom, Sasha, and Rook are going to have to make 2 con saves as they're both going to cast Shatter. So, 2 con saves.
Well, I'm down. I
DC
definitely
15.
know
Rook
that.
fails 1, saves 1. He will not use his Indomitable because he can take the hit.
There's no way I'm not going down, by the way. Oh, yeah, I'm down. I rolled on that one.
Okay, well, we'll need to see how much the first damage does, because depending on how much damage it does, the second one might cause a failed death save. Actually, no, because it pops you back up to 1, and then will knock you down.
Yeah, that's
So we need
what
to
I was
see
saying.
how much health you on.
10.
We need to see how much damage it does then, because this is a shatter. It's 3d8.
Yeah, it will probably do at least 10. Usually.
Well,
Usually,
Sasha
but not guaranteed.
unusually fails both.
What?
With a 6 and a 3, with a +5 to con. That's 2 fails.
Guys, should we just leave this room and this place with confidence? Just
So,
because we still do.
the first
These are your
shatter,
confidence that we're in this position.
the first shatter does 15 points of
Confidence will get us
damage.
out.
It's 15 points of damage. So Malcolm, you go down, then you get back up on 1 hit point. Then, because you failed /succeeded, doesn't matter. The second one you go down to 0, so you're just unconscious. But you're not. You didn't make any failed death saves yet. It's not your turn. Sasha took the full brunt of that damage. Rook succeeded his first one, so he took 14. No, 15. So he takes half of 15, which is 7. 7 damage. And then the second one, which he failed, and Sasha failed. Roll a bit high on the shatter. Shatter is 3d8, right?
Sounds about right.
Either.
3d8.
Okay, and 16 points of damage on the second.
Yeah, 3d8.
Yeah, 3d8 thunder damage. Half as much on a successful save.
Okay. So with minus 16, Sasha is now on 58 hit points. Sasha is bloodied. Does Sasha use her spell to cast Heart of Immolation?
I mean, probably, right?
It's her thing. Got Revivify prepared. Does she have Heart of Immolation? Probably, but I need to check. Yes, she does. Okay. So, 15-foot radius based around her. I need to change that because I don't think this has a 15-foot radius distance. It doesn't. I'm going to need to make that a 20-foot. It's just for the benefit of effect. We'll just make it reaches within 3 tiles of her. That would make sense. Alright. So, I think I know how the spell works.
Ha!
Seeing as I created it. By healing of 5d8 plus the spellcasting ability modifier, healing split among creatures of your choosing within range, and a number of targets equal to half your wisdom modifier that are affected by blindness, deafness, paralyzed, poisoned, or diseased. They immediately are cured of the effect unless it is against a magical, in which case they must make a saving throw with advantage. This has no effect on undead or constructs. So, 5d8 plus 5. 5d8 plus 5. Thing. That is 16 points of healing. How will Sasha split it? I'm leaving this up to you.
I mean, how much did you say it was, sir?
16.
16.
Currently hitting 3 target.
It's probably going to give some to Sudz, right?
Just don't give in.
Probably gonna give some to Sudz.
Does Rook really need any? I feel like he's just sort of run in and smacked. Then again, he did take a lot against the giant.
Those 2
before,
are bloodied.
This being Harlan, though, might not give any to Jamie.
It's being Harlan.
Not-
He might
not
not
to
give
be-
anything. Might not
to
give
be
anything to
Jamie
anybody.
Specifically, just
Infernal, do you have any input as to where he might split the hit points?
It's 16.
All on
right?
himself.
16.
How far from being
I
half health is he?
His half hit points is 71. He is on 58, so he is 13 hit points away from being
Oh, okay.
unbloodied. Rook, who is also bloodied, is 1 hit point away from being unbloodied.
think you'd give like at least 10 to Malcom. He's currently unconscious, correct?
Yes. And is next in the initiative.
Yeah, so he would definitely heal him.
I mean, he could literally just give 2 to Malcolm and then get him to heal himself on the next turn.
What are you gonna do?
I'd say this being Sasha, probably Harlan would heal himself for most of it.
But what would you
Yep.
want to do in this case then?
Heal everyone equally, like the communists we are.
This is your decision. Your guys are playing Sasha today. Okay, so equally, or most of it going to Sasha?
I would probably say most of it is Sasha, but maybe not.
What about
well,
8-4-4?
I will say, guys, if the healer's
Sure.
dead, then the healer can't heal.
Just go 8-4-4. It's fine.
Yeah, well, it's definitely some is going to Sudz, but then Sudz can heal himself.
8 to herself,
Druid.
4 to Sudz,
Yeah,
and 4 to
that
Jade.
works.
Well, yeah.
8 to self, 4 to Sudz, 4 to Rook. Was that? Is that what was said?
Yes.
That was mine.
Fuck it. Yes.
Okay, so 8 there, 4 to Rook. Malcolm. Malcolm, do you remember who cast Chill Touch on you and hit you the turn before?
Chill touch. I believe it was Mr. Green guy over here.
Green has just has gone, and that was the start of their turn. You have the ability to regain hit points back. As for those of you who may have forgotten, Chill Touch prevents hit point regain until the start of your next turn, for the person who cast the spell. If it wasn't them who'd taken Malcolm down, Malcolm wouldn't have gained his hit points. So, Malcolm, you're back up on 4 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. End of their turn as part of the reaction, and Sasha expending a 4th level spell. Do that. Malcolm, your turn. Hooray, you don't need to make a death save. Oh, actually, Malcolm, you start your turn in the cloud. Make me a con save, please. Based on poison.
I swear, if this puts me back down. Yep.
Total?
Con save. I believe it's a +2.
Okay. You will hear as Malcolm begins retching and heaving. That is your turn.
That ends my turn.
Yep. Alright, Zombie 1 can't go. Student 3. Student 3 is no longer concentrating on hold person. That's rare for people. Ah well, I'll concentrate on everyone. It doesn't matter anyway. Okay then. We're all grouped together. What do you have in your little groups? You don't have shite. Not unless you're within melee range. Let's use everyone's favourite spell. Because I actually haven't gotten I haven't ever gotten to use this against the party before. Oh wow, I've never gotten to use this before. This is
Guys,
fun.
if we all leave the Discord, Chris can't finish this session. Therefore, what he's about to cast won't count.
Okay. Malcolm. I'm sorry.
So we die.
as
We
they
die
are
some
going to-
random fucking necromancer classroom.
As they are going to cast a 1st level sleep spell to knock you unconscious.
Oh. Wait, Is Malcolm currently the one with the lowest
Wait,
HP?
I don't get a
Yes.
I don't get a.
No, you don't.
You don't get a save. It's 5d8
don't.
versus the hit points, and you have 4 hit points, and I rolled like 20 something. So you're unconscious as you fall to the ground.
You still, I believe you still maintain your hit points. It's just you're unconscious.
Yeah, you're just unconscious
Yeah, it doesn't
until you
damage.
take damage, or a minute has passed. So,
So
I hope one of your allies wakes you up.
a fresh slap coming right up.
Elsyan can just do that. And the other one is going to just throw Toll the Dead at... Rook's big and scary. He's got the armor. That's more scary to them. Wisdom set? Yeah, he succeeded. It's fine. You got negative to wisdom? No, it's fine.
Huh?
Alright. But, Jamie. Jamie
Oh.
succeeds. Jamie takes no damage. End of their turn. It is the teacher's turn. Ooh! Oh, yeah! Oh, who do I want to target? Who seems most dangerous out of you guys? Now, Sam,
Now, Chris.
what would you consider to be the most dangerous member of the party at the moment?
Well, you see here, Chris, I cannot tell you.
Because you cannot see them. Good call.
Exactly. The vast majority of the party, I cannot see.
Cannot.
Even Queglod stood right in front of me,
Can't cast that. Can't cast that.
and whoever they would consider, I might suggest possibly a dice roll.
I could dice roll that.
Just leave out Malcolm, seriously.
Or-
You've done enough to him.
I'm going to have him stop concentrating on Stinking Cloud.
Oh god, that's what that was.
That was Stinking Cloud. Third level Stinking Cloud. If you start your turn in it, you
Oh.
con save. If you fail, you start heaving and retching. Your turn is skipped.
Yeah, no, I know about Sting Cloud. Or Stinking Cloud. I know about
It's
it
a
well.
fairly weak third level spell, but against players, it's pretty effective.
It's demoralizing, is what it is.
I know. Now, Infernal. Go here, Harlan.
Yeah.
Please give me the description for Sickening Radiance.
Excuse me?
Sorry, what was that,
Yeah.
Chris?
Please give me the description for Sickening Radiance.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna repeat my question from earlier. Do we die in some random necromancer classroom? Is this where the campaign ends?
Merry Christmas, everyone.
I mean, Chris, I know
you
you
get
said
new
you
characters, not by
Chris,
choice.
Chris, I know you said you wanted to like get on and try to get to like campaign 2, but this might be taking it a bit far.
Look, they're using spells they would use. This is only 5th level spell slots. So it better work. Infernal, you going to read me the description for Sickening Radiance?
I posted it to you on Discord.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's what
Yeah.
that message. 30-foot radius sphere. That's what I need to know. Oh,
Fuck.
nice. Ah, it's going to catch one of your students. They'll break the laws. You can't do
Haha!
Oh, too bad. He has no choice but to cast nothing.
that. Yeah, that he has.
He has no choice. There's no choice to cast magic missile
There's
on him.
room. I could cast a 5th level magic missile on Malcom and force 4 instant failed death saves because they're different attacks.
Right, I forgot.
Yeah, separate missiles are 10.
Unconscious.
Yeah, and magic missile counts as 4 separate attacks if you cast it at 2nd level, which makes it amazing for killing something with 3 death saves. Amazing. Anyway, Sickening Radiance. So, what have we got here? I believe that is Elsyan, Queglod, Sasha, Malcom, and a Rook to make a Constitution saving throw versus his DC. Take 4d10 radiant damage.
Oh, thank God, I forgot that fucking. God, thank. Oh, thank. What's it called again? Strength of mind, I believe, has been changed to. Yes.
Why has it got to be like that?
What did you? Where are you?
Roll
You're
a con
green, aren't you?
save. Sasha's
Ooh.
fine. Rook's fine.
17, motherfuckers.
You
Malcolm
meet the
failed.
DC.
9.
So Elsyan, you meet the DC.
Oh,
So you, Sasha, and Rook will be taking half damage. Don't worry, not terrible. It's 23 points of damage. So you will be taking 11 alongside Sasha and Rook. Queglod and Malcom. Malcom, obviously, you're down now at 0 hit points.
You're
You are woken
forgetting
up
one
from your
thing,
sleep.
Chris.
Yep, they get a point of exhaustion as well.
oh, fuck. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yep, so Queglod, you take 23 points of radiant damage, and you now have 1 point of exhaustion.
It's just Queglod that has that.
Malcolm has the point of exhaustion as well.
Oh, God.
Don't worry.
When
I
does,
remember.
when does that go away?
Once either he fails the concentration save or they leave the area.
Okay,
Which means if
that we can work on.
you don't leave within 5 rounds, you instantly die. Which is why I don't like this spell. But Bern has used it on me several times, and this guy has a reason to know it as a dark necromancer.
Let's see a nurgly necromancer.
Do they not get their radiant damage reflected? What is
players?
this racism?
No. Oh, that's right. He hit the zombie. Forgot about it. Does the zombie make it save? No. So he takes 23 points of radiant damage. Oh, I know. He's got to make his save to see if he succeeds against his own spell. Which he doesn't. So
Oh, it's a Xanathar spell. That explains so
my teacher takes 23 points of damage
He needs to make a concentration check.
from his own spell.
I think everything would work through in the order it's currently worked. So if that's what.
Yeah. No, this seems right. Okay, what does he need to roll for this? It's half the thing, so it'll be a DC 11. Okay, that's not too bad.
No, it's his own DC, isn't it?
No, he failed the DC save for Sickening Radiance. So he takes
Oh,
damage,
yeah,
plus he's got a
after
point
that,
of
yeah.
exhaustion. So he's taken that. This is his concentration check,
Oh, okay.
which is half the damage, 10 or half the damage. Forecaster, does he make it? He does! He still concentrates on it, even though he hit himself, and that zombie is going to have to move on its next turn.
Oh,
Or
God.
he's going to
Something
keep
tell-
taking damage. Queglod! You watch as the teacher casts Sickening Radiance before you watch as it bounces back and hits him. Queglod, what
Oh, hang on. I was muted. I'm here now.
do you like to do?
You can probably do con saves for days.
Oh,
Oh, the check for dispel magic,
yes.
is that affected by exhaustion? I forget what kind of check it's supposed to be.
It is a spellcasting ability check. So because it is an ability check, it would be affected by exhaustion.
Okay.
Keep in mind, if you are casting Dispel Magic, it would be at your lowest level, which is 5th for you. And you know from Bern casting it, it is a 5th level spell.
That is.
No, it's a
very
4th
true.
level spell. Isn't it?
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's in the 5th level list. Wait, no, it's not.
It's
Wait.
a 4th level spell, Chris.
Oh, it is a 4th level. He still has a 5th level spell slot. Oh, man.
fuck's
Thank
sake.
you.
That should have been 5d8 10 then.
No,
Oh,
I
it doesn't
thought
increase.
it was a 5th
No,
level
it doesn't
spell. That's
increase.
why I cast it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's a 4th level spell. It's not too bad. Oh, that's right, because I was looking at that spell, which is kind of useful, but at the same time not. Anyway, carry on.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't going to cast Cloud.
The second greatest
Stinking
cloud
Cloud.
related spell.
Yep. One.
I mean, obviously, neither Stinking Cloud nor Cloud Kill can compare with the optimal cloud-based spell, which is, of course, Skywrite.
Of course. Scarlet is just amazing.
Did you know instead of using a third level dispel magic to get rid of a fog cloud, you can just use Skywrite and cut through it?
Genius. It's a slightly cheaper version of Dispel Magic for this one specific spell. That's the reason you take it. Okay, in which case then I'm going to cast a... Yeah, it's going to be a 5th level Dispel Magic against this. I guess this Magical Darkness is up as well, although that doesn't affect me. So that's still there.
You dispel it.
Yeah, obviously it's going to be the Sickening Radiance because my god.
Do I attempt to counterspell? Need to roll for it. Actually, no, he can't see you because you're inside Magical Darkness, which his student created. He's
Very true.
If he survives, that student's going to be turned into a zombie. Dan, me, and my making.
Turning the Warlock with night vision.
Game the system.
Alright. Sickening Radiance is now gone. You no longer have exhaustion. Nor does he. Wonderful.
I mean, I feel like
I feel like
It's not the
two of
biggest
us is better than one of them.
That's fair. But you know, you could if you'd left it up for one turn, you'd held your action.
If this wasn't here, the Sickening Radiance would actually it wouldn't be there because it will get reflected. It'd be another spell right here.
Alright. Anyway, that's
I
the
mean,
end
if
of
he'd
your turn.
dispelled magic, unless he'd
Next
try
turn,
to upcast it or something. I have nothing I can do as a bonus action, so
Okay.
yes.
Beginning of the turn.
Well, actually, I am going to call out to Sasha and Rook to back off.
Well, what about Malcom?
They're supposed to bring Malcolm with them. I'm assuming they're not going to leave him behind.
Okay, right. Let's make one thing clear, Simon. This is not Lynn. This is Jamie. That's the name. Jamie and Harlan were talking about here.
Jamie
Okay.
would.
All right, let
Jamie
me.
would,
let me
yes. I have no discussion about that.
Harlan wouldn't.
I think Harlan just wouldn't think to.
Okay, let me put it this way. If they leave him behind, I will track down Harlan and Jamie in real life and smack them. I know they're not here. They're not playing their characters right now, but it's still their fault.
Now, Simon, you could have done a dick move to me, by the way.
Oh, I have no doubt.
You could have cast the Dispel Magic after the Zombie 2 goes, so that he gets the reflect damage and then it gets cancelled.
Oh God.
Because it's Zombie 2's turn.
I wasn't sure if that was how it worked, but yeah.
Yeah, because it's the start of their turn. It would take damage. So it doesn't need to make the save.
Well, yeah, whatever.
Wait, is it only on the zombies that the damage reflect?
Yeah, it's
It'll
only
be
the
some
zombies.
property of the way they've got the zombies enchanted or something. That means it shouldn't be bouncing off of the students either, so feel free to Sickening Radiance them.
Yeah, that. If only I could see.
Walk into the room.
Malcolm, as you've been down, please roll me a d20. Lower is worse.
Yep. Let's see.
Okay.
Huh?
Zombie is going to attack Sasha, not you.
Oh.
Alright. First hit against Sasha. Misses. Second. Misses. Zombie 2's turn is done. Elsyan, you're still in magical darkness. You hear things going on. You felt ill for a moment there, and now you look up and it's like, oh, it's still dark.
Okay. Well then, can I move through the darkness normally?
Yeah, you can.
Excellent. Don't know why I'm doing this. It's a dreadful idea.
You see.
True.
I'll say, because you'll be if you move through Queglod's tile, because of the way
Yeah.
you'll be moving, it would be you'd be moving slowly because you know your allies would be there anyway. So
One.
difficult terrain.
No, because I'm not going through there. I'm going up here, then down here.
What I'm saying is your allies were previously here. So you'd be like arms out, extra 5 feet, but you move out of.
Fine. You know what? It really doesn't matter all that much. Well then.
25.
Could I use my bonus action to loudly? I don't know how you'd be loud with telepathy, but use telepathy loudly in Malcolm's head to wake him up.
He's unconscious. He's not asleep.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I know. Oh, is he completely down? Oh,
Yeah, I'm down.
Oh, okay then. This is a bit much bigger issue then. Okay. I obviously wasn't paying. Oh, fuck it. You know I don't pay attention. Oh. This changes what I was gonna do. Bear with me.
That's fine. I was going to say, do you want to take a quick 5-minute break while you think of what doing, and everybody else has a quick walkabout, stretch your legs and like. Oh, I'm going to do it either way.
Alright.
So.
Cool.
Yeah. Because I need to think about this.
Yeah.
A moment then.
All right. We're back.
It will probably just be suck assault, but just making sure that's good.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Just in case my mic goes weird.
Can increase my AC and things. Interesting. Infernal, what's your plan? Why is that there?
Experimenting.
I mean, I could just. Where'd that 20? Yeah, there's a 20-foot radius. If you move that, please, Infernal. So if I go. For fuck's sake. Okay, shut the fuck up. No, because it's going to constantly mess up with the. Go there. If I bring it down one and a long one, I can get. Yeah, I can get all the enemies there.
Careful not to get counter spelled again.
Pardon?
You try not to get counter spelled this time.
Very true, actually. Don't know how many spell slots he's got left. What level is counter spell again?
It's third.
Third level.
You cannot cast it though.
Yeah.
I could cast it once I'm in there. Counter there.
I'm back. What evil things have you said about me while I was gone?
That you're a terrible DM and we should all leave. No.
Do it. Just means you will die. I win either way. But no, I would not win.
No, you would not win. No one wins in that scenario. I am. Let's face it. When I said I had to think, we all knew what I was gonna come back round to because it's the most damaging thing I can do.
Mystic. Thinking. Shocker.
Yeah. For once, yeah. I mean, I could start trying to terrify people, but it's a bit late for that.
Oh yeah, what's this area for again?
This is me thinking.
Oh.
I'm using this to think.
Oh, okay. I thought I put it there for something, but if you're putting it there.
Okay, no. I tried to do that, but it fucked up. But I can get the Zomble. This Zomble here. And well, yeah. And I can get everyone in this radius. Apart from even the Necromancer might. Nah, he's in it. He's definitely
in it, yeah.
So, the risk is counterspell. Because if I get counterspelled again, then that's just another wasted turn. And Malcolm needs someone to get him up.
You only have 10 feet of
Yep. So I can't even move to get close enough anyway. I know I have telekinesis, but do I have telekinesis anymore? No,
You do.
Yes,
It's
I don't know.
it's
The
just
thing that I
not
don't have
strong.
anymore is the telepathy. I don't.
No, you have both the telepathy and the telekinesis. I just didn't add
No.
telekinesis into the character sheet.
No, I've got. I lost the group telekinesis. Not telekinesis, telepathy.
right, yeah.
So I can do one-on-one, but can't have the whole group just talking to each other or talking through me to each other. I think well, what's the worst that can happen? Yeah.
How many side points?
Max side points, and I'm effectively gonna put one there and fucking make it symmetrical on the other side of the room. Actually, no, 2 on the same spot. Do they have to be different spots?
The areas can overlap, but the damage does not stack.
Well, that's just silly. Fine then, 6 side points. Let's go,
No,
boys.
It's to prevent a fifth level 14d8 damage.
I don't see what problem with that is, Chris, personally. But...
Of course not.
So yeah, so 6 side points on that spot there. Hopefully I don't get counterspelled, even though I know I'm going to be. So I'm going to cry.
Casts counterspell.
Yeah,
Bringing his hand
motherfucker.
forward. Lower level casting it than your technical 4th level spell. He fails the check. It's through.
Nice. Make your intelligence saves.
Don't worry, they're all wizards. Got decent saves.
Oh shit.
Master Necromancer.
Gotta be 17.
Fails!
DC 17.
Yeah, he fails still with his big save. Student Blue fails. Student Green succeeds. Student Red fails. Wow, 2 4s and a 5 in there. That was nasty. Oh, and the zombie.
He succeeds, doesn't he? At the moment you laughed, I knew exactly what would happen. Right
Well,
then.
68 psychic damage, go ahead.
Oh lordy.
Greens succeed, and yeah, just greens succeed straight up. Zombies green.
That's 32 damage. Also, Chris, I would like to use my psychic recovery to regain 3 of those cycles. That is my bonus action done, though.
Cool. Alright, so, let's see. So, green student takes 16 points of damage. Ouchie ouch. Other one takes 16 points of damage. That one is getting to the store. Red is dead. Blue is dead. Blue is dead. And thus concentration on whatever you were concentrating on.
Was it the darkness?
Yes, darkness is gone.
See, I planned this all out perfectly, guys.
Student Red. Oh, death's door. That one's still alive. Green, you were injured. You were badly injured. You died. You died. You died. Necromancer takes 30 points of damage. He's on death's door. And the zombie takes 16. Does it make its con save? No.
Oh, Chris, I've forgotten something. Because it does all the previous levels of things as well, doesn't it?
Yes, so it applies your intelligence modifier. It's plus 5.
Right. So that's plus 5 damage to everything.
These two take an additional 2 points of damage because it's rounded up. So you're still alive. Just.
If it's rounded up, then it'd be 3.
It's rounded down because it's 32 plus 5.
Oh, okay. No, it's just where you said rounded up.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Okay, rounded down, sorry. It's always rounded down unless otherwise specified.
Yeah. It's just you said rounded up. So.
You're dead, you're dead. That means you're now dead. And you're now. As the rest of you all watch and look on, you watch as Elsyan points forward and snaps his fingers. The necromancer at the back immediately pushes his hand forward in an attempt to counterspell it. Before he watches a single bit of blood begins to trickle down his nose as him and 4 other students' heads implode. Bits of skull and brain matter being scattered across the room, the green ones getting covered in it. As they begin to suffer major migraines grabbing onto their heads as they're shaking from side to side. The one on the right, 1 hit point. And the one on the left is looking a little bit more stable, but otherwise very badly hurt. Alright! Student 1's go. They're dead. Bern.
Aha! I have arrived!
You look in, you see a dead room and a dying Malcom.
Great. He said he was fine. Ah, the teacher is dead. Oh well. Alright.
Attack roll. Total to hit on the first one?
Are they classed as undead?
No.
Plus 11.
11. Haha! Shield! Second one hits though. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, Sam DC, by the way.
Okay.
Sam DC from the game and Discord. That is plus 6.
Yeah.
Plus 7.
Yeah, rub salt in the wound for the student who's just been impaled on a large golden spear.
Do it. Do it.
Go for it.
Can I cast a spell?
And yes.
Ah, that's not worth it. Fuck that.
Such a
Rook
spell,
can do it.
fireball.
Rook can talk him out. Yes, I shall use my disintegrate. Yes. Oh. Wait. How did I move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'll say, to clean this up, seeing as Rook goes at the same time as you,
Yeah. Rook just kills him.
he is
I
going
collect.
he is going to attempt to charge through 5, 10, 15, 5, 30, 5, 40. Going to attempt to charge through with an athletics using his bonus action to break the barricade. That's fine. 2 attacks. Not great weapon master because he wants to guarantee the kill.
That's a crit.
That's a crit. Oh, that's a crit. Well, let's see how much damage he does. Dead. 37 points of damage. Alright.
I collect the brain matter and
He
the
slices
blood
in two. I will say, go back here still.
after.
I know, after. Rook has moved up. Next in the initiative is Sasha.
Ah,
I shall use heal.
Sasha, the not so great healer, is going to use a second level spell slot. Screw using a first level spell slot. Actually, no, he's got 4 of them. He's going to pump 2 first level cure wounds into you, Malcolm. Roll 2d8 and add 10. Oh, wait. Yeah, 2d8 and add 10. There you go. You healed 21 hit points. Now back on 21 health. You are stable. You are up. You're lying on the ground, but otherwise you are okay. As the various sounds of the abysmal fortress around you continue to echo, the fighting comes to an end. The classroom is ruined. There are plenty of dead bodies, and there were plenty of close calls. What would you like to do?
You know.
wait, we won?
You're going to collect the brain matter and
So,
blood.
so it's-
Yeah, brain and blood, yes.
my PC crashed.
Okay.
It went all weird.
Alright, I'm
Do I
gonna
need a
give-
survival?
Make a survival to get enough of it from the walls.
Okay, with detect magic up, I'm going to give all the bodies a once over.
Using detect magic, all of them carry spellbooks. All of them carry arcane foci.
Ooh.
Looking them over as you scan them over. Roll me an investigation check. I'll just say for a general once over.
Can I aid him? Alright.
Yeah, you can aid, seeing as you're currently exploring the room as well, so advantage on the roll. Okay, much better.
Okay, so for investigation, that's +6.
Okay,
So
21.
21.
Looking over each of them, you can see that there are not magical supplies, but looking over each of the desks that have been turned over, you can see some of them are filled with arcane components, things for various spells. You can see there's quite a brisk supply of sulfur and bat guano in the drawer. I will say that you understand this to be the fireball spell.
Mhm.
And looking at the back wall of this, you can see that they are learning about Animate Dead and various other powerful spells. So, what you can gather, they were 4th going, recently 5th level casters.
Okay.
Over the main necromancer, the main teacher, you can see he has a book which is bound in magic. So you can see a arcane chain wrapping around it with a single padlock over the front of it. And you can see on the desk itself, there is a mild magical signature from underneath the desk. And on him, you can see his middle ring finger has a ring which is emanating a magical presence.
Anything, Queglod?
Well, it seems they were learning how to use spells that were stronger than anything they used there. This one's got a sealed book as well. I take it he was the professor. Anyway, I'm going to take a look at this ring as well. I want to take it off of...
Okay. Slide the ring off of his finger. The magical signature remains. His abjuration.
Okay.
I'll say from general understanding, and also because Rook is currently wearing one, this is a ring of protection.
Alright.
Ah.
Okay. Got a ring of protection if anyone wants to use it.
I'll take a pass. I'm currently full.
Let me double check what I'm attuned to and wearing, because it's like my user interface for this just completely crashed. What are you saying? We don't have user faces in the fantasy world. What are you?
We do. You're just supposed to play without the user interface. Professionals do.
Fuck it, I've got one. So I'll take a ring of protection. No, yes, I'll take a ring of protection.
I'm just going to quickly heal Rook for 9 health because I forgot that he had temporary hit points.
Yeah.
I'll take that ring of protection, Queglod, if that's no big issue.
Yeah, there don't seem to be any other takers, so I'll hand the ring of protection to...
Do you know anything about these books? Or the bound?
Thank you.
Well, there's some sort of a magical chain protecting it. I haven't attempted to...
Chris, could you send me a description of a ring of protection, please?
Yep, sure thing.
Just,
I'll send it to you from Jamie's inventory. That's a
Cool. He did at one point try to just get a load of rings of protection, didn't he?
Yeah, then I told him they don't stack. So we got a cloak of protection instead. It's a rule that I'm using that you can't stack them, so you can't just go ring of protection, ring of protection, ring of protection.
Well, you've only got so many attuned slots anyway.
Oh yeah, but the main thing is that even though you've got that, +1 and +2 items like armor don't account as attunement. Meaning you could wear a +3 shield, a +2 plate armor, and 3 ring of protection.
So I don't have to attune to this.
No, this one you do.
Ah, fuck.
But it's shields and armor that don't need attunement, typically, unless they have magical abilities.
Do you know of a way to dismantle the chain?
Something like dispel magic might work, but that could also cause unintended effects. Other than that, I didn't spot anything he was carrying that might have been.
Roll me an
Any sort of
Arcana
key.
check for the block, actually.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Only Queglod, or can I?
Unless you're using detect magic, unfortunately.
Oh,
Right. So nat 15 and then plus 6, so 21 again.
21. Looking at this, you know of wizards that can use spells that create magical locks. Typically, they're weak magic. The chain is something that's not really known, so you're not entirely sure if that maybe is an extension of it, or whether it's means that this spell is slightly augmented. The uncertainty of this is difficult, seeing as you don't have a wizard in the party, but you identify this as the arcane lock, at least that as the base spell.
Okay. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be completely standard magic, but it seems like it's been an adapted form of arcane lock. I don't know how exactly adapted, but if you know anything about that, then you're more than welcome to have a go at trying to crack it open. Otherwise, I was thinking we could bring it with us. I'd like to
So
figure
arcane
out-
lock isn't something I can learn.
No, but you roll me an Arcana check.
Uh, 16.
You can't learn Arcane Lock, but you can learn a spell known as Knock, which undoes Arcane Locks without any checks. But it specifically has that use as well as unlocking locked doors. It's a second level spell. Knock.
Which lock? No.
Very useful. It unlocks any locked door for a second level spell, or it unlocks one arcane lock, provided you cast it equal to or higher than the same level.
Oh.
Yeah, about it.
If you take it, I can do it later.
All right, I want to know what exactly these people were up to. So I'll hold on to it for now.
We take a quick rest here. I don't know. I don't think the rest are doing that.
I could certainly do a break. It's a question of whether or not we'll be capable of it.
I can defend the line for a bit.
Okay.
I'm currently full on everything.
I'm fairly fresh myself. Might be,
Anything up? Oh,
I won't. I was just going to say I won't be much good for prolonged fight, but for a short holdout, I could probably do.
I'm just missing a few spell slots, but that's
Okay.
it.
My only thinking is if we wait
Hmm.
too
Gives them-
long, they
gives
seem to
them-
be on the defensive at the moment, but if we...
They might come at us in force.
Which could be a problem.
Hmm.
We do have a pretty convenient bottleneck here. At the
True.
moment.
It might be
But-
worth barricading the door if we're going to. Depends how long we're going to rest for.
If we're planning on taking a short break, barricading the door is probably a good idea, yes. I wouldn't recommend trying to...
Go for a long break.
No, not inside the building.
Hmm. True.
Yes,
This is
I
their
would
home
see-
ground.
I would certainly benefit from taking a break, but I
Quite
can see the advantage also in trying to push forward.
Queglod, as you're currently having this conversation and you're looking towards Elsyan,
Yeah.
as you have this conversation, you notice something come into your detect magic as you look over and you see this small ball currently just floating very slowly through the air as it's kind of just around your party. Before it begins to move off on a slightly different journey, moving back down and away.
Is this an arcane eye?
Understanding, it could be something similar. It could be a scry, but then you would need to follow a target, so Arcane Eye is probably the more common one.
Okay, they're observing us.
Well, it's not like they could learn much they haven't already figured out.
If we stop here, they will know that we've done that.
True,
It'll be up
but
to them to assume why.
Hmm.
However, I think we'd be in a bad place if we tried to push on too aggressively.
looking at the rest of them, it seems a bit. It does seem like it would be foolhardy to as you say, push on.
Yeah,
In fact, I'm just
I don't-
parroting everything you're saying. I don't know why I even tried talking. Oh yes, my voice sounds better. Sorry, Queglod.
Regardless, I think it's dangerous to stop here, but I really don't see that we have much of a choice. That would be my opinion.
We can
at least.
clear
What
out
do
the
the rest of you think?
floor, just so we know if it's safe or not.
Clearing out more like that? I'm not sure if we're going to be up to that task. Oh, for heaven's sake, Malcom almost died.
Well, of course, Malcolm's gonna stay back.
Of course.
At this point, that Felipe flies up the stairs and through the through there and flies to your shoulder.
Hey, did you see anything, my friend?
There were individuals downstairs who came through the door.
Okey-dokey.
Looks like two undead creatures of some sort.
Okay. Two undead came through the door. It could be a patrol or it could be anything.
You know, when we came up those stairs and came up two sides for fear of, say, being crushed or hit by something? Could we possibly set something up using those stairs as a trap, per se? Any ideas? I'm just spitballing here. Wait, no, I've got it. My spider orbs. I can only activate one at a time, but I could just use them as ball bearings. I mean,
That is true.
at the very least, I scatter them along the stairs.
At this point, the arcane eye drifts out of your peripheral, unless you're going to try and keep track of it.
I'll try and keep half an eye on it.
Well, it's invisible to you, it's only Queglod.
Yeah.
Alright, it's not okay what I can see. Oh, never mind then.
Are we attempting to?
Queglod, are you trying to keep an eye on it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
I'll make sure it's...
Okay. As you're watching it, you watch as it floats to the bookshelves, and moves along the edges of them before proceeding to turn back. Moves about, looks at each of your party members individually before floating towards the entrance, towards the door.
Do I get any sense of... When you said it was floating towards the bookshelf...
Yeah.
Did it seem like that was what it was looking at, or was it just surveying the room? Or can I not tell either way?
I'll say roll me an Arcana check to see if you can spot some form of like directional purpose, but otherwise there isn't much else that I can do that.
Okay,
It's hard to
fair
tell.
enough.
Also Sam again, crackling again.
24 on that Arcana check.
24. You get a sense that the orb probably was just moving towards the bookshelf, kind of getting a general sense to it. It was probably trying to find a place to hide, so that then it could watch you without you knowing that you're observing it.
Well, good try, buddy. Okay. Alright then. Yeah, it was just trying to get an overview of us then.
The arcane eye at this point travels out the door. Are you still keeping a check on it or no?
I'm uncertain whether it knows that we've seen it, so I might... Yeah, I'm going to kind of stroll to the door, but I'm not going to follow it out the room.
Okay. It travels
I'm
to
gonna
the
go check on the fence.
travels to the edge of the door.
Oh, yeah.
Travels through the door. As you step out and you in the hallway, Feng currently has his one of his claws to his beak in a shush motion. As you can hear footsteps and
Okay, with one
Below.
finger I'm going to beckon Fang to come into this room.
Feng stealths in. Travels.
Fang's pretty sneaky, so I don't think we need to worry about that.
Let's go good at that. B and Aurum are currently guarding the stairs. Orm, who was staying still as to not get heard. Orm's stealth. Orm's stealth wasn't terrible. What was Orm's stealth again? Like modifier? That's you know off the top of your head. If not, then I'll.
Is that
Orm's stealth modifier.
Orm stealth modifier is 0.
Okay, so that's a 17. Disadvantage, 2 17s. So Orm is currently remaining still and motionless, listening as well as there's kind of heavy breathing from below, and B, who's also remaining stealthy, is keeping away from this, watching this stairwell. As Bern, you enter out, make me a stealth check. Total?
12.
Lucky? Yes or no? You don't have to.
No.
Completely ignore me if you want.
No.
You walk out. The
Did Queglod tell me, by the way, about the guys downstairs?
Queglod probably would have just would have heard that there are things coming in, and
She told the room.
Yeah.
oh, okay. And
think
Fang,
That's why I started getting the idea of throwing baubles downstairs.
oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
I'll get ready if anything comes up here.
Mm-hmm. I'm also I'm also gonna be out here if I can. I'm just trying to throw some baubles downstairs. I suppose that it's the only idea I've got. I might just let them know we're up here.
Are you going to throw baubles downstairs?
Can I attempt to hold him?
I am going to attempt to do so. The
Okay.
coin says yes.
And did you say you were going to attempt to hold him back?
Yeah.
If we've reached the point in the campaign where we're making these sorts of decisions entirely by a coin toss, then I think we might be in trouble.
Oh please, you know everything I've ever done is by a coin toss.
Alright, I'm going to say roll initiative. Person who wins has the ability to intercede and put forward their argument first.
Can I just use this 20?
Do I,
I'm actually trying to drag.
can I lucky after I see his roll?
I'm going to say you can because the way lucky works.
That is a 15.
Lucky
Let's
on
see
this.
what-
Alright,
What's being rolled here?
initiative for these two.
Okay. Well,
It's just us two.
Okay,
So I got a 16.
okay. You walk out, you take the bag, you pull the ball bearings down,
Of course, I'm not tipping all the bag. I'm grabbing like a
a
handful out.
handful and dropping them out. Okay. As they
Yeah,
hit the
let's capture them
stairs, they make the sound of several ball bearings hitting stone, blinking off and landing around. You hear the heavy breathing. And it stops.
Okay, can I attune to one of them just for a moment, just to see what actually it is?
Taking one and you drop it. It hits the stone as you look through its eyes. You look down there. Make me a perception check.
With my perception, that is a 20.
There's nothing there.
Okay, good.
There's nothing down there. They're ghosts. They're ghosts. Spectres, ghosts. Wonderful.
What's your AC?
Invisible stalkers.
For God's sake.
The fight's already
What-
started.
What's your AC, Bern? And keep in mind you cannot use your reactions. What was it?
17.
17! Okay. Bern? How many hit points do you have?
Why? It's in the triple digits.
Okay, so it shouldn't kill you. That's good.
Swear to God, Chris.
Chris, please. Show mercy.
What if I-
This is your fault.
Okay. Let's not talk about whose fault it is, who drew them towards us. let's not discuss that at all. Personally, I blame Felipe.
They did not know we were here.
They probably did. It's foolish to think otherwise. All I was running on was undead. I was thinking more zombie type
Take
things.
55 points of piercing damage. As Elsyan, as you kind of look back at Bern, as you hear, as you watch as a bladed hand goes straight through his torso. Coming out the front, you see the familiar form of a Geist standing behind him. The bladed form of it, ever present, and yet ever so slightly invisible. As the creature stabs straight through Bern, and as it pulls its blade back, blood drips off of the blade, and it turns invisible once again.
Bern, you good?
The rest of you would all hear this as you hear the sound of the gurgle of blood, and you hear Elsyan say this out loud. We're going to end the session there, seeing as we don't really have time for another combat.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
those watching, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, wherever you may be, as we will be back in the new year, 2020. That means no session for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So this coming next Sunday and the Sunday after that, there will be no session. However, we will be doing a Christmas Jackbox for those who want to join or are available. So, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.